Pastor Tim Lucas is about to change things up this morning at his church, a Liquid Church congregation in New York. He is putting money, he sees people put money in the collection plate every single week, even though he knows some of them are struggling financially. So this week, instead of collecting money in that collection plate, he is giving it away. We're talking about $30,000 here, and Pastor Lucas joins me now. Sir, thank you for being here. And let's go on that point I just made. Even though you know some people in your congregation are struggling, you see them every Sunday doing whatever they can to give to the church?
That's correct. Our typical Sunday, people give about $30,000 in cash into our Sunday offering. Wow. And so today, we're going to do just the opposite. They're going to reach in and pull out an unmarked envelope that we have pre-packed with 10s, 20s, and 50s.
Okay, where does this money, did you just pull this out of the church funds, the $30,000?
That's correct. We took the previous week's offering, and we're going to give it back out in the middle of our service today.
What is the reaction you've gotten in church to this?
I think people are acting like they're going to be struck by lightning. They're typically, you know, a lot of people are cynical about religion, and they come to church expecting to be shaken down. But we're saying, you know what? It's really all God's money, and He trusts you. You know, every bill in the U.S. economy says, in God we trust, and we're going to put that to the test.
Now, do you think there are some people who are reluctant and are just not comfortable taking money, frankly, out of the collection plate, for one, but also taking from the church, or even admitting that they need some help right now?
Well, we're challenging people to creatively invest it in one of three ways. So maybe it's a single mom who receives a $50 bill, and she's going to use that to fill her tank with gas this week or pay for a babysitter. So people are free to take it. But we're challenging most people to actually look and help a neighbor in need. Here in New Jersey, a lot of people were hurt by floodwaters of Hurricane Irene. So maybe they're going to go to buy groceries and cook a meal and bring it over to a hurting neighbor. Others are we're asking them to actually multiply it and invest it over the next 3 weeks, bring it back, and we're going to donate it to help rebuild a homeless shelter. Okay, and just one envelope you're telling them to take, right? That's right, one envelope, but again, you know, that's between them and God.
Now, is this, and this is not the first we've heard of something like that. Actually, is this the first time you've done it?
This is the first time we've ever done something like this, and candidly, it's a little bit of a risk. We're not a rich church. We don't own a building. We don't hold a mortgage, but we're trying to teach our people to be rich in good deeds. Okay, do you think this is what more, because you just made a point. Some people look down on religion. They believe in God, they have their own spirituality, but they just frown on religion sometimes. But do you think this is more of the role of the church to be helping community in this way? I'm not asking you to criticize other churches who maybe don't do this, but is this more of what churches should be doing? Yeah, I think the church is supposed to be the organization that exists for its non-members. It's not a country club. It's not a gated community where it exists to serve the members, but we exist to serve our non-members. That is our neighbors in need, the communities. I think when people hear the name of our church, Liquid, they assume we're a cult or a drinking fraternity. And we named it Liquid for one reason. Jesus calls himself the living water, and we think church should be refreshing.
All right, last thing, do you expect those pews to be a little more filled than previous Sundays? I assume some people in the community who haven't come to your church might just show up today. Is that okay with you? Everybody in attendance is welcome at Liquid. This is not a bribe for people to come to church. It's not going to be a bailout. I mean, let's be realistic. $20 is not going to change somebody's life. But people may come, you know, hoping to find a bailout. We hope they find something better. We hope they find God. All right, Pastor Lucas, we will follow up. Like you said, it's kind of a risk. You're not a rich church, so I hope it works out for you all. But thank you for spending the time with us, certainly on a busy Sunday for you all, and good luck today. Thanks so much, TJ. God bless.